gonna try this out, see how I like it. Talk to you guys maybe for a little minute from the road. Safety first with the seatbelt. I'm only wearing it because of the video. So let me talk to you for a minute, alright? Oh, alright, let me go, old man, let me go. So are we gonna do a segment of dashboard confessionals? Does that sound super cheesy or corny? I don't know, it might. But I wanted to come and drop some content to you anyhow, anyway. This is what we do. It's a funny thing to me that I was trying to move along in this series. A lot of you guys know I'm moving on to community, on the 3 parts of community, what makes it and how we build it and what does it look like. And then moving on from our ethnic reconciliation, aka racial reconciliation. But one, let me kind of toss out there why I had a few people look at me kind of funny. I don't understand what that means. Why are you saying ethnic instead of race? Are you trying to look away from the factor of black-white issues? Whatever. I'm not doing that. I feel like race is just such a narrow mindset and a thought when we're talking about reconciliation and trying to come to terms with these issues. So instead of just leaving it a black or white issue on that surface level, I feel that's all it is very surface level. But there's more than that, than it just being a black-white issue. I had a friend that did missionary work in Africa, i.e. himself being black. And because of his certain skin tone and color, if you will, he was at a shop, he was somewhere, and he had a guy that was Native African come up to him and talk to him with certain mannerisms and a way because of how black he was. I know he's not like a Wesley Snipes kind of black, I'm not saying that, but what I'm generally what I'm saying is, like, even within that wasn't a black-white issue. It wasn't. What was the issue in that was his ethnic background. What makes up who he is. You know what I'm saying? It's your culture. It's where you come from, how you were raised, a certain region, your heritage. All of these things are within your ethnic background. Now within America, we've dumbed it down to just race, and it's, well, you're black, I'm white, now we have this issue. No, when we're truly trying to come to terms with trying to reconcile these issues, you're not facing just, oh, well, I can, I'm colorblind, I can look past that, or anything like that. It's going to be deeper than that. You're not trying to come to terms with someone's skin color or skin tone and be like, well, that doesn't match what I wear well, or I don't like how black you are, or how white you are. That's not what people are struggling with. People are struggling with how people are raised, their viewpoints in life, where they come from, how they look at things, and all this is wrapped up in your ethnic background, not your skin tone or your pigmentation or lack thereof. So this is why I consider ethnic reconciliation to be the proper terms and usage, because it's not just a black-white issue, it's not a pigmentation issue per se. People are facing issues of racism that spans past your skin tones, that expands past and is growing deeper than just what we find in America. And then some people have different racial issues or ethnic issues with certain people. It might not be because they're black. People might not have any problem with it at all. It could be, a Native American issue. It could be a Pan-Asian issue. It could be a lot of these different things. And you go overseas, it could be you're from North Egypt, I'm from South Egypt. I've even seen that firsthand. So, but they're both Egyptians. So what are you gonna say? Oh, well, they have a race issue. No, that we both would consider them Masreen or Egyptian, but they themselves, in their context, it's more of an ethnic issue. The region that they're from, how they were raised, their viewpoints in life. So this is why that I go this route, because we got to come to terms with more than just pigmentation. We've got to understand how to approach people in proper context of how they were raised, where do they come from, what is their demographical background. This is the issue. It's not necessarily pigmentation, if you will. So that's just a quick little snippet of my dashboard confessionals for you guys to share, for you guys to hopefully understand where I'm coming from and what all this means, and to kind of help clarify where, like, personally I've run into people and like, oh, they saw my stuff and like, I didn't get what you meant by ethnic reconciliation. And then I was like, and then I mentioned race, and it's not to say that these people weren't, like they couldn't follow along, they couldn't understand what I'm saying. It's just like, it might be just a term that's newer to them, or that here in America, like the term racism and race reconciliation has been thrown around and tossed around so much. That's the only thing that they can relate. It's racial reconciliation. I could have blown up on YouTube, and it would have been something bigger. But that's not the idea. That's not the point. The point is to be able to have content that is relative, like content that is effective, content that is meaningful, and not just very surface level, and I'm just putting it out there to put it out there. There it is, the dashboard confessional of why I prefer to use ethnic reconciliation over racial reconciliation. Now you're welcome, I guess. I don't know. There it is.